What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to new channel here. My name's Str8sixfan. Not sure what I'm really gonna call my channel. Probably something like Strapped with Cash with Str8sixfan, because constantly on a budget. But anyway, hopefully this video is the worst video I ever produced. It only gets better from here, so apologize for the crappy quality, crappy story, whatever. But no, what I'm hoping to just like anything, you know, a lot of these sensations, take for instance Chucky 2009, you go back to some of their earliest videos and they're so rudimentary, and then the skills that these people have about the same, and then you watch them grow over time, and I guess that's all I'm trying to accomplish here. It will be a project-based channel. We're gonna I'll take you around my garage here in a bit, show you some of the projects I got going. But first things first, man, winter sucks, right? So I don't know about you guys, but my garage is a mess right now. You can see my workbench over here, just running out of places to put things. Things are just out. Incomplete projects. I know a lot of you guys watching this are just like me, but anyway, so there's that. I can't wait till it stops snowing. We can clean this thing out. A lot of dirt all over the place, but anyway, I'll talk about a couple of projects I got going on. Big projects. On the back corner, away from me in this garage, I've got a Dana 30 I've been rebuilding for, I guess 3 years now. I got it for free from a friend. I drive a Ford Ranger, and I've been wanting to do a solid axle swap on a Ford Ranger for a long time. Problem is, my Ranger's 2-wheel drive, so I've got an extra transfer case, tail housing stuff to convert my 2-wheel drive tranny into 4-wheel drive, but I think I'm to the point now. My truck's got 208,000 miles. I'm starting to save up some money now. I think I'm just going to buy an actual 4x4 Ranger and then do the solid axle swap. But anyway, it's a high pinion Jeep Dana 30 out of an XJ. I built a truss for it, welded a truss on it. It's got some G2 456 gears in it. The WJ knuckle swap, so I can do crossover steering. So anyway, the thought process there was always, I can rebuild the axle without having the actual vehicle, you know, something else I could tinker on. But I've kind of run into, I don't know, kind of some crossroads there. I've got Akabono brakes off of WJ to put on, and since I need to source some metric bolts, I think I found them actually now, but now I'm working with, I think I got to unseize the plungers on the pistons there, so that's just something I'm just kind of like not in the mood to do right now, especially when that project's not close to being done, close to coming to fruition. Anyway, so I also got some heavy-duty link brackets. I can't remember where I bought those from. Artec Industries, maybe? I think that's right. And then I've got some ion wheels, 16x8s. You know, part of the reason I went with the Dana 30, they share the same bolt pattern as a Ford Ranger does, the 5-on 4.5 inch, I believe. So there's that. I've got some ion aluminum alloy wheels. I'll show you those maybe in some other episode on down the road. But anyway, behind me, you might see here, I've got a drawer I'm building for my workbench here. It'll essentially pull out right here. I think I'm going to move all my screwdrivers, I think screws, and like my bits to my cordless drill. So as you can see back there's the door to my house. So whenever I got a project inside, I always got to sort of weave between. I've pulled my truck out for the time being, but my truck usually comes pretty close to the workbench. It's kind of tight quarters here. Got to shimmy my way in, so I think it'll be nice just to be able to come out the door, open the door here, and then reach whatever I need, you know, hanging picture frames, whatever, that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. It's actually got a coat of polyurethane on it right now, letting it cure. I'm gonna put another coat on here in a couple hours. So hopefully next video I record, I'll have that in. That'll give me some real estate back on the old workbench. But Also, indoors, we're painting some walls inside the house. So again, you know, like I mentioned, got so many projects just going, and just I'm the type of person I build up some anxiety where you just want to get things done. That's why I'm really pushing myself to not just throw the drawer in, but really get a bunch of coats of polyurethane on it, because you know, as I'm gonna have greasy hands, I'm gonna want something that's gonna hold up to that as I'm working on stuff. You know, brake dust, just grease, oil, anything. So I don't want to just settle for 1 or 2 coats. I think I'm gonna probably go around the 3, maybe 4 coat route, get a real thick layer on it. So, but anyway, like I said, hopefully that's done next time we check in. But the main reason that I'm starting up this this channel, again, since I don't have the resources, like the right vehicle to do videos of the solid axle swap or anything. I'm a car guy at heart, but I've just really never, I don't know, really never had a legitimate project. So, like, you know, I wanted to do it in high school and stuff, restore an old car, but I was saving money for college, pretty diligent there. And I got married right after college, so I'm just now finally getting to that point. I'm going to turn 30 in May here, and just getting to that point where I can finance a project vehicle now, finally. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel for those student loans. So, but nonetheless, I still have the income's getting to a point where I can play a little more. So, pretty excited about that. But I've really had the itch in the winter, you know, to actually have a project, to let that gearhead in me come out. So, I came up with this kooky idea. I was down visiting my parents down in Wichita here last weekend, and it just dawned on me, like, at my uncle's farm, used to be my grandparents' farm, but my grandparents have since passed. I remember growing up, you know, had little red wagons around the farm all the time, and I was thinking, I bet my uncle doesn't really use those on a regular basis, so I bet they're still around somewhere, and I bet they're kind of patinaed, and I was like, I'm gonna do a rat rod radio flyer. That's kind of my project. So that's what I'm real excited for you guys to check out. But over here we go. Here's the chassis. A little radio flyer action. The it's like a mirror. Gotta go backwards here. 9A. It's the smallest one. So I'm probably gonna, and maybe I'll do some sketches or drawings or something to get you guys an idea of what's in my head. But you know, it's gonna be probably pretty small quarters to sit in here. But the other thing is, at my parents' house was this 2 horsepower Briggs & Stratton here that sat around the house for many years. I think Dad bought it a long time ago with the intent me and my brothers would have a go-kart, but obviously we just have a 2 horsepower rototiller motor. So that never came to be, but that's alright. I took it off their hands, so helped them clean something out of their garage, and hopefully I can get it running. I tried starting it a couple times, didn't start, but I kind of backed off on that when I started watching other people's YouTube videos saying make sure you clean the carb out, make sure there's nothing in the scratching cylinder walls in case some dirt's in there. I mean, the carb looks relatively clean here. Not perfect, not immaculate, but I guess we can. I guess you be the judge, YouTube. You probably can't really see too well there, but I don't know. The spark plug wire here is a little loose. I think that might be part of my problems there. Just kind of wiggles off pretty easily. I did go ahead and buy a centrifugal clutch here off eBay, so you know, that's one of the vital steps. But I gotta get this thing running first before I dump any more money into it. But yeah, I don't know how crazy I'll get. I might do some porting of the intake side. I gotta pop the head off, see, just make sure I don't have a crappy cylinder wall in there. See if I didn't damage it, because no sense in pushing this thing uphill when, you know, I found a 3 horsepower Briggs & Stratton here locally on Craigslist for $40. So if it runs, why mess around? But I'd like to, if I get real crazy, maybe get some of the head machined off, get that deck height a little lower, raise the compression, because again, we're only working with a 2 horsepower motor here. So I'm a throttle jockey. That was another thing. It's like all my friends have ATVs and stuff, and I never bought one of those. Always was kind of more the go-kart type, but not saying I'm going to compete with their dirt bikes and ATVs. I'm not saying that in the least bit, but every year me and my friends have this thing where we go down to do some camping in southeast Kansas. One of my friends, his dad owns some land down there, and they always bring, it's power sports weekend. We bring all that stuff, and I've never once contributed and brought anything of my own, so I want to bring this rat rod wagon hopefully this year. Maybe I don't run it all weekend, but just so I can finally have contributed, but excuse me. Other thing we got going is the recoil on this thing. I don't know. Won't retract sometimes. There you go. You can see how it's slowly. Yeah, you probably didn't. I was probably in the way. Well, whatever. I don't want to crank on it too much because if there's dirt, and again, I don't want to scratch the cylinder walls any more than what they are, if they are. But we'll see. I might. I'm pretty excited too, because I want to do some custom exhaust on the rat rod wagon. I want to come down and really just bow down, almost like a lake pipe kind of action. But again, if I ever get around to doing a drawing, I'll throw it up and show you guys. But hey, thanks for checking in to Str8sixfan's pilot episode. Hope it didn't suck too much, but anyway, I feel like this is what things YouTube channels are made out of, and we'll check in later.